Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we will continue building financial model of a manufacturing business idea, and today we will be focusing on the financing, how much money you need to start your manufacturing business idea. So today I will be showing you different ways you can calculate the financing. Maybe you will like this video. If this video will seem you valuable, you may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video I will be giving you the link to the playlist where I will be placing all these tutorials. And when I'm done with this model, I will give all the links on the tutorials in the description of this video as well, so you can watch tutorial by tutorial from scratch. So first of all, let's briefly run through the model that we already created. So during previous tutorials we were creating product A and product B. We have two manufacturing lines. We can allocate the time for producing product A and product B inside each line. Then we specify when we start operating activity. Then we specify how fast we are reaching the target revenues from the moment when we start operating activity. Then we create the algorithms for the shifts. So we assume that we have maximum of 3 shifts for each production line. Then we specify how many work days we have inside each month, if we do have some seasonality. Then we are moving to raw materials. Then we specify what raw materials participate in product A production, in product B production. Then we move to in plan. Then we move to payroll for the line number 1, line number 2. Then we focus on fixed payroll. Then we move to payroll linked to the amount of units of product A and product B produced. Then we assume that we have different types of customers, and each customer has its own price. So we are selling our product A and product B with different prices for different types of customers, and here we describe how they pay us. Then we move to electricity costs. Then we move to direct expenses linked to the amount of raw materials which participate in manufacturing process. Then we move to direct costs linked to the amount of shifts that we have monthly for line number 1 and line number 2. Then we go to the package costs. Here we have pallet costs. Then we have fixed costs. Then we describe the loan, and then we build the cash flow statement. So now we can't calculate the amount of financing without a huge preparation of the model itself that is higher above this line, and without prepared cash flow statement. So, and when we look at the cash flow statement, we have a rule that the last line of cash flow statement, cash balance at the end of the period, must always be 0 or positive. If we have a negative values in cash balance at the end of the period, this means that we don't have enough money to start the business. So this means that we do have a cash gap, and that's bad. And the first way, so we have two pockets from which we can finance our business idea. That's equity, for example, that's our own pocket, and the loan that we can obtain from the bank. And first of all, let's put 0 here. Let's imagine that we don't have a loan. So we are looking at the last line at cash balance at the end of the period, and then we put this value, this negative value, with an opposite sign. Then we look here and see negative line here, negative value here, and write this value with an opposite sign. We can, for example, look forward and see and find the maximum negative value here. Let's say we took 35 million. We put so let's say we put 35 million, and here we can see that we need some additional financing, and the amount of this additional financing will be 2416764. And here we have additional cash gap, and this cash gap will be 16390. So 16395 933. Okay, and we do some small cash gap here, and we can, for example, finance here. And the last portion of financing so now we can first of all we need to look at the timeline of our project and see if there are any red values in cash balance at the end of the period. Now we can see that there are no red values, and we can simply go to the end of the timeline and create a totals for this line, for the equity. Press enter. We can do the totals for bank loan. Now let's create a simple table. Financing needed. Here I will place the name, type of financing. This will be the dollar amount column. So here we'll place the equity, loan, equity I'm pulling from here, and the next line will be the loan. And total financing needed will be the sum of equity plus loan. So for example, Now we can add a loan. So for example, we are taking 15 million loan in February 2023. Here it is. You can see the loan being added here, and the other financing is coming from our pocket. So we're doing the same exercise for equity. And finally here I will place 9047834 5. So there are no cash gaps. So here you can see the total amount of financing needed. So, but all this, what I was showing you before, is a manual way of calculating the amount of money. So when you start playing with inputs inside your model, inside your business idea, you start creating a huge amount of scenarios. And for that purpose, you will need a quicker algorithm to calculate the amount of money needed. And now I can show you how you can fasten this process. So let me create a new line. Let's say financing needed. So this will be the cash flow. So what I will do, I will take the result from operating activity plus the result from investment activity plus loan minus principal payment minus interest payment. Now I'm extrapolating this formula to the right, then I'm going here, adding the previous value, making this line cumulative. Now I'm extrapolating this formula to the right. And here I am searching for the minimum value in this line. And what I will do now, I will go here, press enter, then add minus, go to the end of the timeline and add this value. And now the magic will happen. So now we don't need to adjust manually, to put manually values here. Here you can see the total financing needed, and if we go to the right, so here is mathematical zero from this moment, and to the right the project starts generating its own cash, so we don't need extra financing from this moment. We can, for example, we can, for example, change the amount of loan. For example, let's take $25 million loan. So now we can see here another ratio, but still if we go to the cash flow statement, we're able to see the mathematical zero, and since this moment the project starts generating its own cash. So what we are fighting for, we can go to any input. So for example, so if we would like to, for example, if we switch off product, let's say A, from calculations, we can simply go back and see how much financing we need in this case. Then, for example, we can switch it on again, go here, switch product B from calculations, and see how much financing we need in that cost, in this case. So we can see here, if we switch off product B, then this will so product B plays critical part in our business idea, so we can't be living without producing product B. So if we go here, we will see the magical, zero here, mathematical zero here. This means that we need financing during the whole timeline of our project. And we can, what is valuable about this story, we can easily, for example, we can switch off production line number 2 and see what will happen to our business idea if we will be working only with product line number 1, manufacturing line number 1. Or we can go back and assume, for example, that we will work only on production line number 2. So this means we can create quickly a huge amount of absolutely different scenarios, play with inputs, play with coefficients, and quickly see how much money we need in this case, in that case. And this system of on-offs, with this system of local and global coefficient, will allow you to get acquainted with your business idea, to get familiar with your business idea. So that's why all these coefficients, on-offs, are needed. So this will be needed during scenario modeling process, when you will be switching on and off products, switching on and off production lines, products, and see, look at the amount of money needed, simple discounted payback period, numbers, and so on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye. And by the way, in the description of this video I will give you the link, in the end of this video, at the end screen, I will be giving you the link to the whole playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. And when I will be done with this model, I will put all the links on the tutorials in the description of this video as well. So watch video by video, tutorial by tutorial. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.